Alright, so this is going to be an unscripted talk where I talk about how I always see beginners making these mistakes when it comes to F2L and the best ways that they can improve these mistakes. First mistake I always see people making is whenever a beginner is starting their F2L, I always see them looking around the cube like this. This takes off so much of your time. Instead, try to look for pairs in the front or at the top. So, you see, we have this corner here, this edge here. Take the corner out, take the edge out, insert in the back. No need to do all of this. Okay, and then another pair here, and we can just insert that in the back, and then I know that I see that we got this corner, this edge, and then our last pair is going to be this, so we can just solve that, and then OL, PLL. Okay, so that's number one mistake I see people make. Second mistake I see people make is that they don't know that almost every F2L case can be solved by setting up to either this insert or this insert. I'll show you what I mean by this. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, this is what I mean by almost every case. This cannot be solved like this. To solve this case, what you should do is you should put this corner in here, and then now you have this case, which can be solved by pairing it up and inserting. Okay, now this is what I was talking about. So we got this case here. It needs to be put into this slot. So we can set it up into this F2L case by just doing 4 moves in this case, but it's just this, and now you've got this easy insert in the back. So many beginners don't know that, and I always see them doing unnecessary moves to try to set up cases, and takes off so much of their time. So then our next case, we'd probably have to rotate, and then we can solve this pair just by setting it up to this case and inserting, and now we've got a free pair, OL, PLL. So those are my number 2 tips to beginners. Also, I'd recommend to beginners, the sooner you start trying to become dual color neutral, the better. So try, if you solve on white usually, try doing like a day of just solving on yellow. And then this opens so many opportunities. Let me see if I can get a good example here. That's a bad example. Alright, so white. Okay, actually white's better in this case, but okay, here is a good example. So instead of having to do some crazy thing for white, like where you have to put these in and then do a D move, put this one in, instead you could just do this, and then that's your cross, and then you solve F2L. I guess I'll just finish the video off with an example solve. All right. All right. So white is better in this case. So I put this cross piece in with an R, and then do a D move, and then do another R move to put this one in, and an F prime, and then align the cross. And then I see this pair over here, quick, easy. And then we got this pair here, take out 3 moves, and then insert. And then we got this case, put it over here, 3 moves, insert. And then we have this case in the back, bang. And then I can do this to skip OL, and then we have V perm. Alright, that's the video. I hope you found this useful. Thank you for watching.